I've been with J&J just recently. I've joined in the last 1 year. But I'm the mother of two boys who are 12 and 8. And I must say that every day, it's so interesting to realize that how much guilt and anxiety is a part of parenting. I think it's almost like the core job description. You're constantly aware of your shortcomings. But every once in a while, you realize you're not doing a terrible job. And every once in a while, you realize that there's a lot of help all around. It truly takes a community, a village for us to all raise our children. As Johnson & Johnson and Johnson's baby, we have been really lucky to have generations of experts study babies, understand this better, and we feel an awesome responsibility in sharing that knowledge and creating the communities that can help. So thank you all for being here. We have Prashant, Naya, Dr. Indu, and Ruchita. You've all heard from Lara. But if you could take a minute to just tell us a little bit about what brings you here.
So my experience comes from reading a lot of blogs, and therefore three things that actually must down. The knowledge flow is more horizontal than vertical. So earlier my mom used to tell me, now I don't believe that. So moms trust other moms. The second part is there's so much of content out there. I don't know which content to rely on. So therefore there's a constant need of validation. So how do I validate this piece of content? And third part, as you said, one of the biggest campaign that J&J did, having a baby changes everything. I think that's a brilliant insight that you had, because it hits you suddenly and you don't know what to do, how to go about it. And therefore, parenting is a skill which has to be acquired over a period of time. Okay? And these are all three aspects which are working in consonance and completely new.
One thing I'm learning more and more is that mums don't just want information thrown at them. I mean, I wouldn't want information thrown at me. I mean, I've had enough information thrown at me through my life as just a woman. I mean, I think motherhood is just another ball game altogether. They want the right information in the right way at the right time, right? They want relevant information. The second thing we're seeing is this whole role of the overall village. When I have a baby, my husband jolly well be part of raising my child, raising our child. I don't call it co-parenting, I call it parenting. He is a parent, he will be a parent on the same terms as me. Of course, I know I will have more responsibilities, but how do I empower him? I think these are the only things I would think of.
The role of the dad is being completely, diluted. I don't know which side to stay. But of course, the dad has a role to play, and all of us believe in diapering as much as
earlier,
bathing the child.
I think the dads were very clear that I'm not part of the parenting journey. Now he wants to be part of the parenting journey, and the mother's like, no, I'll tell you what to do. You don't.
And the role of others, like the maid and the mom-in-law, has become more important than everyone now. Because the mom-in-law comes into the picture and says, okay, she'll take care of the baby now. Okay. And therefore, I'm talking as a dad, it's become very difficult.
I see a sea change. Okay. So I see fathers are getting more involved. And so maybe you're also trying to say that I want to be involved, don't keep me out. And I see that change. I also see that mothers are getting more reliant on maids. As a doctor, I sometimes do not like it, because there has to be a balance in parenting, both from the mother's side and the father's side. There is a role for everybody to play a role today, because the mothers are working. The mom-in-laws and the moms at home also have some contribution to give, and they are definitely wise with experience. They may not be wise in certain areas which are new and relevant to today, like the media, the screen time, the awareness that a child has, but they definitely have some valuable tips. And I think we have to have a balance there. Fathers have to be involved, but not at the cost of baby staying up at 2. And today one of my worst concerns is fathers come home late. All have their corporate jobs. Some moms also coming in late. Okay, so coming home late, and the child is awake till 12, 1 in the night waiting for the father, and sleep is massively compromised, and that is absolutely detrimental for the child. So we need to have a balance, and each one of the moms here can make that balance. You have to make that balance, and that's how the whole community, the whole family can help you today in this changing era to bring up the baby more beautifully.
It's so valuable to hear all the different perspectives and to hear authentic voices of experience, right? Whether it's professional or personal. I think this is what we want with the forum that we're creating with Best for Baby, that mums have access to all these voices. And of course, we'll play a role in curating it, but we want the diversity of opinions to be heard. So as we take this platform forward, what's the advice you would have for us? And what would you like to see happen? We certainly have a vision to make it very participative. So it's not a one-direction piece. What would you like to see happen?
I think real stories, of course, show a lot more of stories like this, show moms goofing up, not getting it perfect, not looking perfect, put the pressure off the mom and put it on other people around it, and let the mother feel, and also the way you talk to the mom. I think there's a lot of talking down to the mom which has to stop. It is talk to the mom. It's know her and say that, okay, I get you, and I realize what you're going through. It's a tough journey. It's a total roller coaster, but it can be fun, because as much as it's stressful, it's the best thing that happens to us. So might as well enjoy it, right?
That's great. Lara, any other thoughts?
No, I think it's just like rightly put. I think that the content needs to cater to very specific needs, and therefore whatever navigation is there on the site, it cannot be where you're bombarded with just everything. That there is specific, different demarcations where you go to get what you need to. And I think if that happens, then it also make it, because nobody has the time. Everybody wants everything in an instant, information on the click of a button at an instant. So if you have, whether it is a tutorial, whether it is, a video clip, but something that is prevalent, that is specific, gives you all the information that you need in a short amount of time, is precise, is clear, I think that's what works.
That's wonderful. I hope a lot of people here are taking notes, because this has been really fantastic advice. So it's really wonderful to hear all these authentic voices. So this is a forum that Johnson's is very happy to be curating and bringing, but it belongs to all of us and to all of you in the room and mums all around. Thank you for being part of the journey. Thanks, all.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.